Hi. So I want to talk about a couple things. So, first of all, what we have to understand in this day and age is that everything we've been told is basically a lie. We are in a world that is more wild and complicated than you can imagine. And at the very center of it is the human experiment. Humanity is an absolute experiment. It's a hybrid program that is completely experimental to see what will happen if we try to instill a self aware consciousness into an animal on this planet. What will they do? What choices will they make? This is where free will comes in. You have free will, and the powers that be don't they're not allowed to mess with the free will. You have that. But they can try to manipulate you and steer you in a certain direction. And that is the ultimate, if there is an evil, that is the ultimate evil. It's a manipulation of humanity. But you can extract yourself from this scenario by becoming a sovereign, aware being. So, I have a new course. It's called Sexual Sovereign. And I'm actually thinking about changing the name to just plain old sovereign because we are sexual in nature. That's just a given. It's just who we are. We're male and female. It's how creation happens on this planet with positive and negative polarity. That is the sexual aspect. But the sovereign aspect is kind of what you've been lied to about. It is the power of your choices to create the reality that we live in. And you may think, oh, the world is a shit show. It's filled with war and trafficking. It's bad. But where did that come from? That came from the powers of manipulation to get you to do what they want you to do. And it's an experiment. So, to extract yourself from the experiment, you need to take back your sovereign ability to make grounded, centered, aligned choices. And in that is your thinking patterns. So if you are in a pattern of fear, if you're watching too much news and you're just looking at everything around you as being a bad, then that thought, because this is how you work, that thought is perpetuating the badness. The only way to stop is to stop. It's like being in a relationship with a narcissist. And I have experience with this. And the only way to win the game is not to play. That was actually a movie, War Games, in the 80s, I believe. And in the very, very end, the computer was asked, how do you win this game? The only way to win is not to play. What does that mean? We live in society. How do you not play the game? Well, you have to make your choices out of love and not fear. Um, I'm just going to throw out a reveal here. I did not vote this year. Why did I not vote? Because I could not vote for either candidate um, with a feeling of positive choice. That was not a choice. Okay, that was a manipulation. So the face of the house, the face of the government will change, but what's happening behind the scenes is still the same. It's two faces of the same coin. So in order to win the game, you cannot play the game. You don't pick a side. Why? Because we are all one ultimately. And you have to get into this higher mentality and look at it sort of like from the top down, a bigger overview, not just stuck in your small vision of your small life, of the little things that are happening in your day, but the really big galactic vision of what's going on this planet. The systems are crumbling. They will crumble no matter who gets in office. That doesn't matter. The the earth is shifting no matter who gets in office. Yes, some of the surface things will be different, but ultimately the end will still be the same, because this is kind of what we're being pushed to as an experiment, right? Is to awaken and take back control, this consciousness of this body. Right now, we have brains that are going amok and we have bodies that are going amok, but the consciousness portion has not been integrated. So you're acting impulsively, both in your body and in your mind, and you're not um, choosing. You're literally not choosing. You're being manipulated into a life. And that's why you see so much suffering on the planet. That's why you see, um, yeah, I mean, so much suffering, right? And a lot of unfulfilled people, a lot of unfulfilled lives. So if you can pull out of the program, the programming of the mind and the body, and override the system with consciousness that is aligned with your soul, then we can begin to shift out of this reality and into something higher, into the oneness that's coming. The next level, off this earth, you leave your body and it's oneness, it is bliss. Death is not death. It is brilliant and gorgeous, and you can't die. So, what does that mean? What is all the fear mongering about? What is hell? Hell is right here. When you are making choices out of fear and living in anxiety, that is hell. Because once you leave this body, it's bliss for everybody. Everybody, everybody moves into that state because that is the next level. It's a blissful, high energy place. But here's another thing that you have to think about: what you believe is what you create. So that's part of the manipulation of free will, is to get people to believe all this negative stuff because they create it. And I mean, it's literally like putting a rat in a maze and giving it different treats and seeing what it does. As above, so below, right? We are essentially the rats, like given all these different choices. What are they going to choose? Let's see. And what brings each individual satisfaction? It's such a crazy experiment, and it's so deep and it's so involved, and it's been going on for so long. But we're coming to the end of this experiment. We're coming to the end because if they don't stop it, humanity will ruin the planet. We're well on that way. So, anyway, I'm just saying all this to say, what's the next step for everyone is just choose from the heart, just align with your heart, cut out the outside noise, listen to your own soul, because that's where you're going to find the ultimate truth. Don't watch the news, don't listen to other people. Listen to your soul. You will get intuitive messages because it's really downloading right now into the consciousness of humanity. You don't need to watch the news. You can just tap in with your feeling and get the information that you need in your life to make a difference, positive difference on the collective consciousness. The best way to do that is to sit in silence and listen. So I also started a meditation day. Actually, today's meditation day. And I was going to do it in person, but I'm thinking I might actually do it online because it's hard for people to get around where I'm at. I'm in Treasure Island in Florida, and it's, we were just hit by two hurricanes. So a lot of people lost their cars, their homes, their jobs, all the hotels are closed down. This is definitely a tourist town and it's on the rocks right now. So I'm feeling like online could be the way to go. And I'll just come on here live and do a meditation. And I think what will happen when we collectively do that, just like when Hurricane Milton just happened, people literally got together and meditated to calm the storm down. We can do that. And we did do it. We calmed it down and it was less damaging. The first one, I feel like we didn't know what we were in for. But the second one, we definitely came together all around the world. People came together and we did it. We calmed it down. That's the power of our thinking, of our taking control over our vision and our will and our hearts to create a new way, to let go of the old way. It has to crumble in order to create something new. And the new way is going to be gorgeous. So, anyway, I just wanted to hop in and say all of that. I can talk really fast when I'm passionate about something, and this is something I'm very passionate about. Hopefully, you'll join me for the live video of meditating. It'll be my first time doing it today, so we'll see how it goes. Um, Lots of love, family. I love you guys. Stay safe out there and listen to your whole heart, listen to your soul, and turn off the news. Love you. Bye.